Welcome to the Outthinker Blogcast. My name is Krippendorff, and this is the blogcast dedicated to helping you outthink your competition. This week I'm in Sydney, Australia. You can see a little bit of the famous Sydney Opera behind me and the Sydney Harbour Bridge. And I've had a fabulous 2 weeks here, week and a half. I just wanted to share a few of my key takeaways as I prepare to leave back to New York tomorrow morning. I think of four key points that I wanted to share with you. First is there's been a significant change in the economy and in the country since I was here about 7 years ago. When I came here, the exchange rate was something like 50 or 60 cents Australian dollars to a US dollar. Now it's almost evenly matched, 98 cents. So the exchange rate's really improved, and that's due to a great extent to the fact the economy is doing well. When I was here, mining and natural resources were a fairly small part of the economy, and now they're booming with China growing and Asia growing, and them demanding a lot of minerals and coal that Australia is providing. And that growth in the mining sector is really fueling the economy. The economy is doing quite well right now. They've got very low unemployment. They're importing a lot of workers. Pretty much, if you can get here, you can get a job, is what many of the people who I've met with here have said. There's been almost no government debt. Recently, because of the financial crisis, the government took on some debt. They've got about $20 billion in debt, but relative to the size of the economy and how well it's doing, that's very low, especially compared to the United States. And what the government has decided to do, the reason that they've taken that debt is during the crisis they decided to invest in some key strategic areas, infrastructure, in order to help the mining economy get its goods to ports and then from ports to foreign countries, and also services. They've laid down, or they've agreed to invest a massive amount of money in in fiber optic cables so they can connect the country to the world and enable the service economy to be strong when mining eventually runs out. Two other key points is I worked with an entrepreneurial company last week and spoke to a bunch of entrepreneurs today. And today I also got met with an old friend of mine who is a head analyst for a major asset management company. And my two key takeaways there are that the competitive dynamics is very different in Australia. Sectors are dominated by oligopolies. Entrepreneurs often said that one thing that's unique about competing here is that if you have a business, you're probably going to sell to one or two major customers, whether those are telecom customers or retailers. There are two or three major leading players in each sector. So the game is really about winning those over. But if you can get three clients, then you've got the whole market. And the second thing is that margins really strong here. For example, supermarkets generate about 8% EBITDA margins. You compare that to the United States, where we're talking about 1 or 2%, and that's just indicative of the margins that companies across sectors in Australia are producing. So overall, the economy is doing very well. They've isolated themselves well from the economic troubles that have attacked the rest of the world to a great extent by feeding the world, the growing, developing world, with coal and other minerals through the mining department, through the mining area. Hopefully that's helpful for you if you have any opportunity to visit Australia and to explore how you can put Australia into your portfolio. I highly recommend it. My name is Krippendorff, the Outthinker Blogcast dedicated to helping you outthink your competition.